Happy Monday. It is the 2nd day of June, and I am here to give you sort of an outlook for the month of June. A few things that I've just been throwing around for this month is, again, polarity. We, as in this divine collective, both divine masculine, both divine feminine, amidst all of the BS, right? Whatever it is, you know, whether it's baneful magic, whether it's evil eye, whether it's projection, whether it's illusion, whether it's just low vibrational energy, right? We have gotten to that point where we're done. We are repurposing that pain, right? Because we now understand who we are and the power we hold within ourselves. And that, my friends, is an esoteric piece of power. The awareness. Okay, this just came out. I'm just messing. I'm just not really shuffling. I'm just talking about the channels I've been getting. But our awareness, the awareness we have, did you see? I wonder if that glitched. If you guys, if that, it's, see, my screen is glitching. We're repurposing our pain. Therefore, what is trying to be done to us, it doesn't have any power over us, because we are moving forward and we don't care. We don't care because we balanced ourselves. All right? When I sat down to do this, it was 10:10, and then I asked for some music, and Moonlight Sonata came on, and then I just heard the word explanation. So what that made me think of, what I thought of when I heard that was the moon card had come out, and then Moonlight Sonata came on, and I heard explanation. So I bet you, if anything, you know, because of our awareness, things are going to start to fall into place to make things make more sense for us on those issues. Whatever it is, take it how it resonates. Whatever issues you were having or things you weren't sure of or weren't aware of, like those things are coming, right? Like an explanation. But then on the flip side of that, I also heard, when can we talk? That's on you, right? Like if somebody does come back to you and they want to talk to you or they want to apologize, use your discernment, trust your intuition, ask your guides, because you don't have to receive it. All right. I'm also hearing correctional facility. Correctional facility, room, like not solitary confinement, but like you're in a room to talk, whatever those are. Like it's I'm just seeing a really bare room. It almost looks like an interrogation room, but it's not. And someone, it just seems very determined, but it's not you, collective. Someone is determined, but I'm feeling like a ulterior motive with this determination, because it's like they have to find a different way in. They don't like your awareness. They're so in their ego still. Aerosmith is on right now. I think it's a song from Armageddon. I think. I don't. For the rest of time. I don't want to lose you. Like, I don't want to close my eyes. Because they miss you. And they don't want to miss a thing. 444 on the timer. I just got a notification. They do miss you. Because, again, as we are getting explanations, things are being pointed out to them, whether or not they like it. And they're seeing what they fumbled. like it's happening. Let's see what else is happening here. What's this awareness? What's the divine collective here? This awareness for the month of June. We are beautifully aware of the power we have. It's giving magician energy, like we have everything we need. I can't make it up. The truth. The truth. With heartache and loss there. Somebody, a lot of somebodies, are not liking our triumph. They don't like that we have like rid our bodies of this toxicity, of this toxemia. They don't like it because now they have to be and sit in and swallow their toxicity, the venom they spoke and the venom they like tried to slander us with, libel us with, smear us in, right? Now they're in that sticky mess. We are not. Why? Because we are the high priestess. We are the hierophant. We didn't do anything. We didn't get defensive. We just moved on. We chopped wood. We carried water. We didn't give it any energy because we learned our lesson. It's giving ascension. And I have fulfillment of wishes. And for some of you, this truth coming out, the truth being exposed, explanations coming in, whatever it is, that's a manifestation. That's a wish of yours, okay? I have harmony, rest and rejuvenate, and moving forward. Yeah. We're unstoppable at this point, okay? Harmony. And if you're in a relationship, this is beautiful. That just means that your relationship's getting stronger because you both have grown. But I'm choosing, I feel as if this is just us being in harmony with ourselves, walking with our shadow and our light, because nothing can be weaponized against us that way. Okay? And that is allowing us, the month of June, we are going to be able to rest. Yeah, we've grown up. We've had a major glow up, but it's not done because we're going to continue moving forward. All right. Hold my hand right now is on. This could mean something beautiful coming in for us as well. But it is almost as if the universe is saying, hold my hand. Come on. Look at the trenches that you pulled yourself out of. Now come with me. June is it. It's starting. Okay. So just looking here, there's a lot of blue here. There's a lot of blue skies, a lot of the sun, okay? I see some stars, but I also see clouds. I see darkness. I see shadow. I see black. We are literally just a mosaic, and we're not afraid to let the sun show on it because nothing controls us anymore. Okay, you might be seeing the number 20. You might be seeing a lot of 3s, a lot of 4s, 8, 9s. I'm looking right here. I've got 9, 8, 7, 6. It's like countdown. 9, 8, 7, 6, right? Or 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, depends on what side of the coin you're on. But the month of June looks absolutely powerfully beautiful for this divine collective. I just feel there's a little mystery, but I like that the explanation is here, the truth is here, the awareness is here as being in harmony, right? Because that also means we're finding each other, which I think is probably the most beautiful thing out of this whole month, is we're finding people who rejuvenate us, who triumph in our triumphs, truly triumph in our triumphs, who are aware of how powerful we each are individually and respect that. This month looks absolutely stunning, but let's dig into this a little bit more because I kind of want to dig into the stickiness of it. Yeah, I just kind of want to dig into that. So I'm going to see what kind of confirmations we can get here. So let's see. All right, so we'll start here. All right. What is this, the stickiness here, right? The stickiness that the collective has kind of wiped off themselves and they're finding the karmics falling into. So what can you tell me about this? What more can we learn? What more do we need to understand about the month of June for this collective? What is awareness? So we have the death card. So transformation, rebirth. New, you know, when one door closes, another door opens. You know? That's, you know, death and rebirth. Okay, what is this truth here? The Five of Cups. So your rebirth, your glow up, your acknowledging and facing your shadow, speaking your truth. And by speaking your truth, I mean this could be just putting boundaries up. That was all that was needed. That is making someone experience a lot of grief, a lot of regret, and it's the end of something. What did I say? When one door closes, another door opens. The world. That's going on top of heartache and loss. It's very interesting. So the awareness card is black. And see, awareness is black. The death card is black. Truth is black. The Five of Cups is black. And then we get to heartache and loss. And the strength, they're both blue. Interesting. So I'm getting a lot of blue throat chakra. That black is that shadow. Because without darkness, there is no light. I'm feeling like there's news coming that you are going to read. I don't necessarily know how much of this is going to be verbal. Now you may have a surprise visitor or something, but I think they're going to hand you something to read. What is triumph here? Three of Cups. This is something that is going to be something that's celebratory. Your team is very excited about this. In some cases, this may be getting a few things. There may be a death, an actual physical transition. And that might be what you're getting wind of, or you might get something that either the person who transitioned left for you, like a letter, or it might be more of a time of death, date of death, cause of death, sort of like a report. For some, for some, you may have to actually go identify something. The truth with the Five of Cups. This is someone who would have rather given up than actually face their shadow. But that's going to be for very, very, very select few people. I don't think that's huge, but I have to say what's in I have to. It's there. They're making. But with this Triumph card and the Three of Cups, this is something that I don't think whoever I'm talking to is going to be surprised by, but you're not alone. Because I'm seeing this Three of Cups as this is you going somewhere. Do you remember a couple readings ago, I said that there was a detective or there was a cop who's an earth angel? Do you remember? This is how you're going to meet that person. What's his fulfillment of wishes here? The moon. So, of course, why would they give me more answers? But this is you trusting. This is trusting your intuition. Like I said, some of you, I don't think this is going to be such a surprise. Okay, so I'm hearing River and I'm hearing Joaquin for some reason, and I'm thinking of River Phoenix, rest his soul. Like it's going to be somebody who overdosed. Because they, were not coping with anything well anyways. And there was just, it was an accident. With the moon being there, no one will know really why. But you will know in your gut. Like, you will find the answer somehow, some way. I think maybe, like I said, this is going to not something you were surprised about exactly, because look, they could not walk away. They couldn't, they were stuck. Sticky situation, they were stuck. And sometimes people are unable to, they're just unaware of other options. They were stuck in fear. What's this harmony card? The Page of Swords. Harmony. Somebody's watching. You have really grown, and you are ready to take what you have learned and just go into the world, right? But you've caught the eye of somebody. What's this? Give me one more here on this Page of Swords with harmony. Because, yeah, Two of Cups, you caught the eye of somebody. You being you, right? You facing your monsters, your shadow, okay? Your healing, your glow up, your light has caught the eye of somebody else. And they, I think, are wondering, how did, it's amazing. And maybe you doing this has helped someone else. What is this rest and rejuvenation here? Yep. How did you heal? How are you, like, this Two of Wands is like going from like, did you go from A to B? Because you were here, right? How did you do that? Rest and rejuvenation. You're moving on from this. Someone could not, and they kept trying to hurt you, but it didn't work because you were able to ascend past it. I think explanation, I said explanation in the earlier part of this video. And now we're here to this Eight of Wands here, positive movement forward at 9:11 on the clock. That's two Eight of Wands. We have two Eight of Wands right on top of each other. Positive movement forward, Eight of Wands. So this I see too, the Strength card fell out, okay? I see this two ways for this collective, okay? Somebody did something swiftly, didn't think, all right? They didn't think their actions all the way through, and the result of it is not good. You, on the other hand, are going to receive something. It's coming in pretty swiftly. You're going to receive some sort of information, but it is going to be for your higher self, for the greater good, okay? Okay, so like I was saying, my phone was glitching a little bit, so I just kind of paused. For a very select few in this collective, there could be some very sad things that do happen. But again, you have to understand that Things may not happen the way you planned or you were thinking they would or the way you expected they would, because, you know, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans, sort of a energy. But what is not the truth is that it was happening to you. This is happening because the blessings that are coming in are, everything had to play out a certain way. So the blessings may not come in the way that you were thinking, planning, or expecting, okay? But you have to understand that your strength is the most important, okay? God doesn't, the universe isn't going to give you anything that you can't handle, okay? That's important. Somebody needed to hear that. But we ended with that Eight of Wands. So we had two Eight of Wands cards and then the Strength card. And that I was reading that two ways, okay? Take anything I say as it resonates, all right? If you've got to screw it around or bend it and mold it to fit, it's not good for you. But if it fits, right? If not, leave it here on this fucking table. I think for most of the collective, explanation is the key, right? We are going to get these final missing pieces because that's what's bringing these blessings in. So there's going to be that understanding. And I do think for most of us, this is coming in really fucking quick. Like, I don't see the month of June being a struggle for us anymore. I feel as if we are entering that upper echelon. That's how June is opening up. Is it going to be maybe a little bit dicey at first? Of course it is, because, you know, we're cutting our teeth, right? New levels, new devils, okay. But while my thing was glitching, I pulled out the Truth Oracle, and the first card that came out was this Affairs in Reverse. The second card I got was Messages, which for some in the collective, it's like they knew this was going on, but now there's going to be proof. Like, and I'm getting this as public exposure, which means it's embarrassing for the other party. But for us, it's like validation, okay? Because we don't revel in any of this happening, because that is not how this collective operates. We want them to learn, to do better, to grow, and to heal, okay? And if this is the way that they got to be thrown into it, then this is the way that they have to be thrown into it, all right? But we have washed our hands of this, because nope, that is not we're done. We took the 10 of Wands and laid it down, all right? We pulled all 10 swords out of our back. We've had our painful endings. We've been burdened. We've been overwhelmed, okay? We're done. We don't carry that shit anymore, because it ain't our fucking shit to carry. We're done. Which brings the next card, which is change. Glow up. Transformation. All right. Ours is quite impressive, actually. Things you may not even notice, others are noticing. But I will tell you one thing, your aura has expanded, and it is glistening, it is glowing, and it is beautiful. Okay. And you're going to see an uptick in energy. Your health is going to get better, okay? A lot of things are going to start appearing in your reality because you've done the inside work, right? As above, so below. As within, so without, okay? And then I got, this is all happening because cycles are ending, okay? There might be some transitions here. We have ending, okay? Breakup, so this is walking away, separation, ends, and it's divine timing. We are now witnessing divine intervention. The World card was out here, okay? Divine intervention, divine timing. And that was on top of the heartache and loss. That's, you know, where I pull thing. And then the sunset, all right? Sunsets might be significant. You might be watching the sunsets. You know, we've been having the fire or the smoke from the Canadian fire here, and this coloration here is sort of what it's been looking like, and the sun has looked so cool, right, because of it. But this is also your ancestors, your elders, okay? So this is lost loved ones, memories, this is elders, nightfall, okay? So there might be some people that are transitioning. Why? Because they're dead. They have to, you know, here's the thing. I don't like, you know, this is not the channel that we just focus on karmics. This isn't the channel where we just focus on black magic, baneful magic, evil eye, okay? Has that been quite prevalent in the energy? Yeah, it sure the fuck has. And you know what? They're still doing it, those of them that haven't got caught yet, because they're not listening. They have no intuition. They have no foresight. They don't think it happens to them. It does. Okay? That is why some may not make it. Because the things they have done. Okay? And they were that dumb. They were that dumb. These are the people who went into graveyards and tried to conjure your fucking ancestors to take you out because they had no idea who the fuck you were. Also, for those in the back, you can't do graveyard magic on someone who walks in the holy light and helps souls and spirits cross over, which pretty much anybody who's awakened and enlightened, they deal in the shadow and the light, okay? So those that were casting, you know, they're going and they're digging your grave and they're digging in cemeteries, just any, so like, this is what I mean. They'll go to any cemetery. It might not even be a blessed cemetery. There's just a cemetery because they don't understand it. They don't. So that's just how it's going to be. So that's why I say the month could start out a little bit weird for some, but for, you know, others, it's going to be a beautiful month. They may not have to experience this. They may not. But let's see if I can get any more confirmation here. We'll use a Love Oracle card here. I hope my screen isn't glitching anymore. All right, what is this affairs in reverse? Clock. So these are the people who know the shit's coming out and they need more time, right? They need more time. Time to heal, okay? They're begging. What's message? It came out on the fence though. You guys saw that. So yeah, message, the chaser. Codependent, fear of abandonment, unhealed individual, okay? So they're begging for more time. Well, you've had plenty of time. That's what I'm hearing. What's change, transformation, newborn, evolution? Wedding rings, union, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. Okay, so that could mean for some a new love, but I also see that as you. That's you balancing your masculine and feminine, walking in your dark and your light, you know. You have really done the work, and now it's time, like I said, we're entering that upper echelon. What's breakup here? Breakupping, breaking up, walking away, expiration, end. You know, like it's whatever you were involved in or whatever type of relationship that you ended, it's done. There's no coming back. The cords are cut, door is shut. There's no more time for people to change. It's time for you to move on and be around those who respect your energy, not want to harvest it. Yeah, somebody photographs, looking at your photos, missing you nostalgia. Okay? So someone is moving on, someone is not. Divine timing, wrong time, right time, wait. I like you in reverse. Okay? So somebody is moving on, somebody is that Eight of Cups in reverse. All right? They can't. And their emotions, like they're erratic. What is this? Ooh. Yep. Okay. I have date here. Date came out. So somebody, like I said, like at the beginning too, somebody might want to come back in. The snake. Mm-hmm. They might try to, you know, trying to wiggle their way back in. Nope, not going to happen. Hand of cards. This landed on top of the Two of Wands. Okay, Hand of cards. Somebody wants to take a chance. Somebody wants to take a chance. All right, so someone wants to come in and take a chance on you, and then the card underneath that was the Cupid's arrow. So have faith, love is coming in, a surprise invitation, meeting. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you're hesitant. Like, I get it. And you're also probably like, another message about something coming in. Nothing is coming in. It's not coming in. No, it is. And we have the Eight of Wands here with the Strength card and then healthy choices. It is coming because you have committed to yourself. That's that union in yourself, okay? You're ready. You are radiating. You don't understand your energy. Your aura is so different than it was maybe even 2 or 3 months ago. You are attracting a completely different set of energy. So, you know, you're no longer going to have this type of energy. It's not the hit it and quit it anymore, all right? That's done. The door's closed on that. You learned your lesson. Like I said the other day in my reading, it's that narcissistic energy, right? Where they try to shut you down because your heart's so beautiful, your light is so bright, and heaven forbid you shine brighter than someone else. When you leave something like that, they try to do anything and everything to control you. Because if they can't have you, then no one else can have you. Well, if that doesn't work, then what they try to do is shut you down. Because you're too beautiful. And you do too much, right? So this cycle of revenge is over. And that's where you have to still have faith, okay? And I'm telling you, like, we have lightning, the lightning card, and then we have mirror. This isn't the golden mirror. This isn't Narcissus looking in the pond, okay? This is true. So, like I said, the beginning of this month for this beautiful collective, for some, could have a lot of sudden change. It could seem chaotic. It could seem scary. It could be sad. There could be some grief here, okay? For some, it's just grieving you, the parts of you that you are no longer, right? And that's okay. That's okay. But for others, it could actually be transitioning somebody that you did care about, okay? But it is bringing in what you deserve. This is what's coming in, is somebody who has done the healing, all right? You are mirroring each other. They helped you in the 5D while you were down, and you are astrally helping them, right? Like, you mirrored each other. The wounds, you've done the introspection, the healing, you know? And for a lot of this collective, myself included, I don't have a past anymore because I'm not the past. You are not what has fucking happened to you. You are not. It does not define you, and it does not define your future. You are like, it's not even a comeback, it's a reinvention. And it's glorious, it's beautiful. And June is I feel this month that is going to be full of nothing but you stepping into this energy and not hiding from it. And you know, the 9 of Cups energy, that is personal wish fulfillment, yes, but it's empowerment, and it's you showing the world how beautiful you are. Showing the world the gift you are. And you're content. You're no longer afraid to show who you are and what you can do. And that is glorious. That's beautiful, all right? And to those that have harmed us and didn't want us to come into this energy, well, you know what? We are putting our crown on. It was always there, but we just straightened it. And you know what? We did it ourselves. That can't be taken away from us. And now, if there's someone who wants to come back in because they feel like there's unfinished business, no, there's no unfinished business. We're in our Queen of Swords era. We're in the Empress era. Yeah, we'll get off our throne and we will slay anyone who doesn't come correct, because we are that Queen of Swords. But we are also the Queen of Pentacles. We're also the Queen of Cups. We're also the Queen of Wands. We are the shit. And vice versa for Divine Masculine, King of Swords, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, King of Wands, Emperor, okay? We're the High Priestess. We're the Hierophant. We know who the fuck we are. You cannot be tortured and threatened anymore because you have mastered yourself. And sure, there's a little doubt. That's okay. But this is where you get to show yourself you have faith in yourself. So the month of June, I think, is going to be amazing. So I pulled out these, what is this deck? The miracle mantras, okay? At the bottom of it, it says, I don't search for love. Love searches for me, okay? And universe, show me how it gets better. That's what you're gonna see in June. See, Stella is confirming. And your family line is now blessed with wealth because you, Divine Collective, you beat the curses. You're ready. You are ready for the blessings. All right? So get ready to fucking sing because June is going to be phenomenal. I love you all so much. I will see you in the next reading. Welcome to the rest of your life.